Hey everyone, how's it going? I recently just passed 10,000 miles of ownership with my car, so I'll be doing a two-part video on it. This is part one, where I'll be detailing all the problems I've had with the car, my future plans for the car, all my thoughts on the car, you know, how I feel about it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So this video is just going to be mostly detailing the laundry list of problems I've had since I bought the car. It's been about 8 months since I bought it, but yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I bought this car back in May, 112,000 miles on it, like I just said. I bought it for $1,100 actually, and that is a steal for this car. These, given the mileage it had at the time and the condition it was in, probably would have gone for about $4 grand. If it was in better condition on the exterior, it probably would have gone for $5. But you know, that's what happens when you have a motivated seller. But anyways, when I bought the car, check engine light was on. The owner had no idea why. That ended up being the coil packs. The 2003 model, the model year I have, has the yellow top coil packs. I'm sure a lot of you Saab guys out there know what I'm talking about. But the older 9.3s had the yellow top coils, which were prone to issues, and the newer 9.3s have black top coils, which are much more reliable. So went to the scrapyard, picked up about 8 or 10 coils, so that way I'd have spares for probably about $50. So I saved a ton of money, put those in, fixed the issue. Car was good, but there were some other issues when I bought the car. It was in horrible condition on the outside. I mean horrible. There was tape on the hood and the windshield from when you get your windshield replaced. They didn't even bother to take that tape off. They just kind of let it sit there and dry from the sun. As you guys have seen in pictures, there was all that tar splattered all over the front. Headlights were horrible condition. The left low beam bulb was actually out, and the socket on that, there's 3 little clips that clip in, and one of those clips was broken. So the headlight doesn't fit in there exactly well, and that'll actually come back around to hurt me here in the future, which I'll talk about soon. But aside from that, the back bumper, tons of dents and chips in it from God knows what. A few scratches and stuff around the car, most of which can be removed or were removed with a quick wax and polish. Obviously, when I bought the car, I changed the oil, transmission fluid, all that jazz.
You like jazz?
So all that was good to go. I mean, not that really needed changed anyways, but that's just something that you should always do when you buy a used car, just to be safe. Make sure you got the right oil in there and all that jazz.
You like jazz?
Some of these buttons on the interior, they're very prone to getting worn down because it's just kind of like a cheap plastic that they peel off, the lettering and stuff. So I've replaced a lot of those. Some of them are starting to deteriorate again, so I'll need to get a couple more, but I got those all fixed up. The AC also had an issue where it would blow cold most of the time, but sometimes it would blow hot for no reason. So I had to take that to get it fixed. That was $400, and that was actually a pretty serious issue because it was summer in Arizona, and for those of you who don't know, it's about 110, 115 degrees here during the summer, so you can't really live without air conditioning. And then outside of that, you know, I had to get it registered, get a plate for it, all that stuff. So everything that you would have to do when you get a new car. So about 114,000 miles, I got new wheels and tires for the car, which are absolutely amazing. I love these wheels. They're 18 by 8s for those of you who don't know. I just bought them off a tire rack. Obviously I got new tires with them too. The ones that were on there when I got them were just hideous in my mind. They were just factory Saab wheels. I think they were 16 by 7. I think they were 10 spoke. I'll put a picture in over this audio, but it looked pretty bad. Didn't make the car look aggressive or sporty at all, and these new wheels just make the car look super aggressive, which I love. So about 2,000 miles later at 116,000, I had two more issues that kind of came together. One was a busted hose. That just tends to happen. Again, this happened in the middle of the summer, so heat just kind of got to it and just destroyed it. And then the ionization module went bad as well. And that was a really easy fix. It's just two little bolts. It's located on the side of the engine right next to where the secondary air injection is. So I got that replaced. That wasn't too bad because I just got it at a scrapyard. But that was kind of a pain because when the check engine light was on, it was kind of weird. My turbo would only go up to half boost. It wouldn't let me go past half boost. I'm not sure why. I guess it just kind of got defective with age or something. So then about 1,000 miles after that, 117,000, I got a new fender. Bought it off of Craigslist for I think $100, and I got it painted to match my car. Because the old fender had tar on it and also had a dent right above the wheel well. So with my new wheels, they were obviously a bit bigger, so I had less clearance. I mean, I still have about 1.5 inches or 2 inches of clearance, but I went over a big bump one day and the wheel slammed up into the fender, and the dented fender, because it was pushed in, cut a big chunk out of my tire. At 119,000 miles, secondary air injection check light came on. I did the whole video on that titled "What's Wrong with My Saab," detailing that whole process, so I won't really go into detail on that again. I'll link that video in the description if you guys are interested in watching it. But I got that problem fixed at 121,000 miles. So then a couple weeks after it was fixed, check engine light came back on again, secondary air injection again. So at that point, I'm pretty pissed off. I'm like, well, I don't know what to do. Luckily, I found a guy on a Saab Club of Arizona, and he referred me to another guy who tuned Saabs for free. And again, I'll link the video discussing me getting my car tuned in the description as well. You should definitely check that out. The guy who tuned it for me, he used to work for GM, so he knows a ton about these cars and this specific engine. And he has a 2003 9.3 as well with the secondary air injection. He had the same issue as me, and he tuned it out, and now it's perfectly fine. And it's been about 8 days since the tune, and the car runs perfect. I've had zero issues. Everything's running great, so I couldn't be happier with the tune. So back to what I was talking about earlier with the headlight socket. Yesterday, this literally just happened yesterday. I turned my car on, I got a notification on the control unit, said left low beam failure. So that was pretty frustrating. Got out, sure enough, my left low beam is not working. So I popped the hood, took out the headlight, looked at it. The bulb is actually, the filament is broken in there, so I do need a new bulb. But I also just ordered new sockets for them. I ordered 2 because I don't want to have to deal with another one in the future. So I'm going to just replace them both and get a new bulb, obviously. So hopefully that issue will be fixed within next week when I get them shipped here. But yeah, so that was pretty annoying yesterday, turning my car onto that notification. But yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up part 1 of this video. I'm doing this video in 2 parts because this part 1 is probably going to be at least 10 minutes long. I don't really want to make like a 20 or 25 minute video just on like 3 or 4 different topics when I could just split it up into a couple videos. I think that'll be a lot better that way. So part 2 I'll probably film actually right now, right after this, and that should be up as my next upload probably this weekend. So definitely stay tuned for part 2. I'll be talking about my future plans for the car and how I feel about the car, you know, my general thoughts. I'm not going to do like a review on it per se, but I'll talk about, you know, how the car drives, things I like and dislike. Although I've already done a video on things I dislike, I'll talk some more about that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely make sure to stay tuned for part 2. I have big plans for this car. Now, when those plans will happen, I can't exactly tell you because I'm not really sure. But I definitely have big plans. I'll go over that in detail in part 2, so stay tuned for that. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next video. Peace. Alright guys, before I end this video, I want to give a shout out to my new sponsor, Canceria Marietta. Canceria has just been great to me. Her support has been nothing but awesome. I've gotten tons of free tacos and whatnot from there. So definitely go check out Canceria. You can't go wrong with them. And catch you guys next video.